Hello, how's it going? Today, we're at the very end of the primordial Azeroth part of the story, tying up a few more loose ends in regards to the remaining Vrykul clans, the Curse of Flesh, etc. After this video, we're going to be jumping forward quite a big chunk of time, so let's go! With the Winterscorn asleep and the Earthen sealed in Alderman, the remaining Vrykul clans dominated the lands of Northern Kalimdor. Their different cultures flourished in unique ways and they developed their own identities and customs. One of the mightiest clans to arise was the Dragonflayer. Like the Winterscorn, these peeps found that their skin was weakening, so in order to balance out their diminishing strength, they enslaved proto-dragons. However, unlike the Winterscorn, they didn't just view the proto-dragons as mere beasts of war, they viewed them as best friends. Okay, it wasn't quite best friends. They used them as hunting companions. They rode them as mounts. Over time, the proto-dragons became an inseparable part of the clan's culture. They were also a necessary weapon against the Vrykul's mortal enemy. Man-bear pig. Kinda. It was a fierce race of bear men called the Yaogar, the progenitors of modern-day furbolgs. Under the Dragonflayer's leader, King Ymiron, the clan finally gained the upper hand against its foes. But, before anyone could celebrate with a little dance, tragedy struck. The Curse of Flesh took another turn. Dragonflayer women began giving birth to small, malformed children, a development that spread fear and superstition among the clan. Some even placed the blame on King Ymiron, but the king had his own belief about who was responsible. In his mind, the mythical Keepers were behind this. By this point, the Keepers had not been seen or heard from in generations. King Ymiron convinced his people to renounce the Silent Keepers, who had clearly abandoned them to the Curse of Flesh. He promised to unite all Vrykul under his banner. His first decree was to order his followers to cleanse the clan by destroying all of the malformed infants. Many of the Dragonflayers obeyed their leader's brutal orders, however some just couldn't bring themselves to murder innocent kids. They sought to hide these stunted offspring in a place of legend, a place far to the south where a lost clan of Vrykul was said to have journeyed with Tyr, Archytas and Ionea. They went searching for this fairy tale refuge, and many of them were never heard from again. But others did make it, and they left their sons and daughters in the care of the Vrykul of Tirisfal. In the ages to come, the afflicted children and their offspring continued to degenerate into mortal beings called, you ready? This is either going to blow your mind, or you figured this out ages ago. They were called humans! Many of the other Titanforged, Mechanomes, Tol'vir, Mogu and Giants would suffer a similar fate. Very few of the Keeper's servants would fight off the affliction. Just as Yogg-Saron had hoped, the Curse of Flesh had weakened the Titanforged, but it would also give rise to mortal qualities of necessity that the old god had never anticipated: courage, resolve, and heroism. Unaware that these potent traits would one day shape the fate of the world, the old gods focused on escaping their prisons. However, this escape will take thousands of years. For now, a new threat is on the rise. A savage native race, born in the early ages of the world, call themselves trolls. And they're going to find out about these nasty buggers imprisoned beneath the earth. And I'm really looking forward to moving on to troll lore, because I'm probably going to have to do a troll voice. And that might end up being hilarious, because I'm not even sure I can do a troll voice. I guess we'll find out. And we're leaving it there! So that whole Curse of Flesh twist, I think that's great. I love the idea that a lot of the mortal races in World of Warcraft are basically just weakened offspring of Titanforged races that came before. Like I said, Friday's video we're jumping forward in time and starting a whole new chapter. Over the coming weeks we're going to be talking about trolls and their history, Pandaria, Night Elves, the War of the Ancients, and eventually we'll reach the massive event known as the Sundering, where the entire Kalimdor landmass breaks apart into several separate continents. So if you want to see all of that, make sure to subscribe to the channel and let's keep this momentum going. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like, talk to me in the comments. I'm interested in knowing, do you watch these videos because you want to learn more about Warcraft lore, or do you already know the lore and you're here for the attempted jokes? Let me know. But all that's left to say is, thank you very much for watching, and see ya!